So the Absolute DC comic Funko Pop line was officially announced for SDCC earlier today, and so many people are mad. Over at SDCC 2026 this year, we're expected to get 3 exclusives for the Absolute DC line kicking off that line. This includes Absolute Batman at 1,000 pieces. We also have Wonder Woman at 1,000 pieces, as well as Superman at 1,000 pieces. See where the issue is, why people are upset? This is a huge comic line, probably one of the biggest DC has ever done. I'm not a big comic person, I just always hear people talking about it. I don't know, I feel like that's a fair assumption. Nonetheless, it's a huge line for comics and merchandise, and people have been waiting for Funko Pops forever. Funko has also, taken their sweet time as they usually do with popular licenses like this. And randomly today, we just get an SDCC announcement of 3 characters people really want at 1,000 pieces each. And these are expected to drop next month at SDCC in person. Now, the reason I say that specifically is because at 1,000 pieces, usually these are Funko booth only, meaning you have to attend to buy them. And it's not as easy as just attending. You actually have to win a lottery spot to be able to get a chance at these, and they're gonna sell out pretty quickly. Of course, though, there's always the chance that Funko might share some of the stock online, for a small chance for people to be able to buy it online. Again, we don't know those details just yet. I'll update you in a future video. But reason people are upset is because, again, this is a huge line. They're 1,000 pieces each. These are most likely going to be very expensive on the aftermarket, given the characters. And not only that, they actually do retail at $40 each starting, which a lot of people seem to be making a fuss over the $40 price tag. We've kind of known these prices for a while. In my opinion, at 1,000 pieces for a popular character like this, you're going to get your money back. Like, you're going to get your value back either way. Even if you don't plan to sell it, you're not a value collector, you're going to pay that $40, and this is potentially going to be like a $300 piece. Personally, for me, the only reason I would look at the cost aspect of it being $40 is it doesn't really make a lot of sense to actually put these at 1,000 pieces because they're so popular. I agree with everybody making those complaints. The only reason I say that, though, is because Funko would make a lot more money at putting them at 9,500 pieces, in my opinion anyways. I mean, if you really look at it, 9,500 piece pops on their LE tier program costs $20 each versus the $40 each they'd get at 1,000 pieces each. So, let's do some quick math here. 3,000 times 40 is 120,000 versus 28,500, which is 9,500 3 times, is $570,000 in, revenue. That's where I feel like it's pretty interesting that they made the judgment call to go with 1,000 pieces each. Now, granted, it's very possible they went with 1,000 piece each for shock value, because here I am talking about it in a video. They're getting promotion out of this video. You guys are probably gonna write comments about how upset you are about this. They're getting promotion about their pops. Word of mouth is spreading around about these. And Funko wants that shock value. They want people talking about their products, good or bad. So this is kind of where this comes in, where people might be mad, but at least they're talking about Funko. But again, in my opinion, I think they still would have gotten the same shock value at 5,000 pieces or 9,500 pieces, where they could have made a lot more money and shocked the fans at the same time. Just from a business point of view, that's how I'm personally looking at it. Now though, do not worry, you still actually do get a chance at Batman and Superman outside of this LE release at SDCC, because later on in the year, close to the end of 2026, leading into early 2027, we are going to get an announcement for Funko's Absolute DC line, including a new Batman with a black and white chase, a Superman with a black and white chase. We're also getting Absolute Joker and Brainiac. Now, as far as I know right now, we're not expected to get Wonder Woman as an exclusive or common, so that's where we run into that issue. If you're a Wonder Woman fan, you have to get this LE release right now. Not to say that they won't make another one in the future, because they're gonna see how crazy people go after this, what they're paying for, and they're like, oh, we can make 20,000 of these and people will buy them, Now, personally, I feel like people are just putting a lot of emotion into this drop rather than logic here, just because, again, we are going to get repeats of every one of these characters at some point. I would say the only one to be upset about in this situation would be Wonder Woman. Please don't let the vanity of the LE 1,000 piece and the SDCC sticker blind you to that fact. And that's what I mean about emotionally thinking versus logically thinking. I'm not bashing anybody for being upset at this drop. I fully understand it. If it was a character that was 1,000 pieces and I really like that character, I would feel the same way. I'd be like, man, that freaking sucks. But At the same time, if I know that we're getting another version of that character down the line anyways as a common that I can spend 15 to 20 bucks on versus 300 if I'm not able to get this, I'm gonna have peace of mind. Like, I'm gonna be fine, you know, at the end of the day. I might be temporarily, okay, that sucks, but I'll still have the peace of mind that I'm getting the other character down the line. So again, don't let the vanity of the SDCC and LE number of 1,000 pieces blind you to the fact that you will get another opportunity. Don't let this completely ruin your day or, you know, ruin your Funko Pop line that you're collecting or, you know, ruin collecting in general for you. Funko is going to do this specifically because they want shock value and they're trying to bring back limited edition collecting to the hobby and just breathe back life into their brand. I know a lot of people don't really see how that's beneficial of making people mad, but it really actually is. Like, when you look at it from a marketing standpoint and just like sales, people are going to be all over these. People are going to be talking about them. And then when people realize that they can't get these 1,000 pieces and they see the new Batman and Superman come out later, they're going to jump on those new ones instantly in pre-order because they missed out on the LE 1,000 pieces. It's literally just marketing. This is all this drop is, guys. Now, genuinely, guys, I'm making this video to talk about the drop and hopefully just try to make you feel better about the drop because I know it sucks. 1,000 pieces sucks, but we're gonna get some more in the future. Do not worry. Now, I did actually want to read some comments from a very popular, you know, thread and post about these new Absolute DC Pops from Disc Trackers here. So, Pop Baron, y'all need to relax. Y'all do know how Funko makes tons of DC variants, and these are just an introduction to the Absolute lot. See? That's someone thinking logically like, hey, they're gonna make more. Even if I miss out on these, I'm gonna try my hardest to get them, but even if I miss out on them, they're going to make more later. You gotta think of it that way, guys. Just as Funko makes a common and then they make a better exclusive later, almost every single time. This person, why do they always do these with SDCC drops? Only 1,000 copies is crazy. Scalpers are gonna get their hands on these first. Yes, they are, but again, we're gonna have another Absolute Batman and Superman. There's no need to worry, I promise. For scarcity of highly popular molds, Funko might be back. I love that comment so much. That's hilarious. Pop Fanboy, now this is how you kick off reveals. Wow, I love that they're bringing back truly limited con exclusives again. And also consider that it is SDCC, it's Comic-Con. They need to be limited because they have not been selling out in the last few years. This is very, very important in my opinion. We should not have Comic-Con exclusives being on sale and clearanced out 2-3 years later. That's crazy. They should not be making that much stock. It should be selling out during the con week. Like, those are the products that we need. This one was kind of funny too, but only Funko content creators are more than 600 and they always get each pop. Can't wait for, I don't get pops. Funko doesn't send me anything. Like, they do not send me everything. I think they sent me a Biddy Pop one time of SpongeBob. I worked with them like one time. We did some like NFT like ad work and they gave me some free packs to open up a video. But to that extent, that's about like, I feel like that's the extent unless I'm just not thinking of anything. But yeah, content creators, at least me, I don't know if they just don't like me, but I don't really get anything. So you guys think like Matt here. For those that are angry about this, do not worry. We're getting Absolute Batman and Superman with black and white chases later this year along with Absolute Joker. Unfortunately, Absolute Wonder Woman is not in that list, which is true. But yeah, you know, think like Matt, like, hey, we're getting variations, so we don't have to be too crazy upset about this. At least we know about those variations. Now, if we didn't, okay, you know, let the floodgates open. Dang, they locked the most popular characters right now for DC behind these, you know, these paywalls and all that, so it kind of sucks. But, you know, they say Funko is dead. Bots and scalpers are going to eat this good once they resell these. That Batman sucks. I kind of like the Batman personally, like, should he have been a 6-inch pop? Yeah, but, you know. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to read a couple comments and kind of just, you know, show you guys, you know, people are really upset. If you look at most threads, people are just very upset about this. And like I said, I just want to make this video just to let you guys know as well as that we're getting more in the future. There's no reason to be completely bummed or let this, you know, ruin your week or anything. If you're not able to get them, you don't have to pay the crazy aftermarket or resale prices. You can just wait 6 months and you'll be able to get them for 15 bucks outside of Wonder Woman, I guess. You can be upset about Wonder Woman, I agree. All right, that pretty much wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy my thoughts and opinions on this, please do hit the like button down below. And of course, share your own thoughts and opinions on this Sdcc Absolute DC comic drop. Are you excited for these? Are you a little bit bummed about them? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna end off the video here now by saying a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure to be following me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.